It's definitely ice. August 25th, and we've got ice in the morning. Morning, Woody Woodies. Hey, go get your treats. Morning, chickens. Good morning, ladies. Morning, duckies. Good morning. Good morning, roosters. Hello. Hello, BFR. Big friendly rooster. Hello. Not so friendly rooster with no name yet. Hello, lazy ladies. Are you coming out? Hello, Mr. Elliott. Good morning. You guys sure made a mess of this yesterday. Oh my goodness, ducks. Hi, Samuel duck. Okay. Watch out, BFR. We gotta clean this up. Hi. Hello. There you go, Samuel. Nice fresh water. There's nothing in there yet, guys. Okay, we're gonna fill this one up now. Watch out. Hello. Hello, little mean rooster. Hello. Hello. What you doing? Are you gonna come out? Standing guard for your friend in the nesting box? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day. See you a little later. Bye, Grace. Hello, Bramble. Hello, Bramble. What you doing, buddy? What you doing? Hi. Okay. Get your water bucket filled up. Hi, Decus. You say hello? Oh, that's the spot, is it? That's the spot. Yeah. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Hi, Hunter. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi, Sky Sky. Hello. Hi, Sky Sky. Oh, yes, Hunter's so jealous. I know. Let's go say hello to the other goats. Hey, Ozzy. Hey, Brambles. Willows. Hi, Willows. Hello, Willows. Hello, Willows. Hello, Hunter. Hello, everybody. Good morning, Grampies. Good morning. Hi, Ozzy. Hi, Ozzy. Good morning. Hi, Willows. Oh, you're getting so big. You're getting so big. And fuzzy. Your fur's getting so fuzzy. Hi, Bramble. Hi. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Deku. Yeah, are you the star this morning? Are you the star? Say hello. Hi. Yes. So we got our wood pile area cleaned up. We used to just, oh my goodness, it was a bit of a mess. The goats get up on top of the wood and they want to stand there if it's raining, and then they pee on the wood and poo on the wood, and I'm sure it causes no harm, but yeah, actually I don't like it. I don't like having to bring the firewood in and then it's got pee or poo on it. So, and to be honest, when they're climbing on it, they knock half the wood off and you got to clean it up. So I had some ideas for building a gate here. But as it turns out, we were able to pick up a couple of pallets from the local building supply, and they're fairly close to similar in size. They're not exact. And this one here is much heavier than that one. But what we ended up doing, or I ended up doing, is, hi Willow, hi, is taking off the back of the pallets so it did lighten the load on them. I just took the skill saw and just cut off the back pieces, and so they're much lighter. Just got a couple of hinges and then put up a couple pieces of wood that we had, scrap wood. I didn't use really good 2x4s or anything. This was scrap stuff that we had to attach the hinges to, and then just threw on a bit of a lock and a bit of we started out with a twisted piece of wood and it wasn't quite holding, so we did put a little bit of a latch on there, and then we ended up getting 2 cords of wood 2 days ago, and we split it all. Normally we've just stacked it in the past and then come out and split it as we've needed it, but honestly that's a lot of work because you have to come out in the cold and split it, you know, in November, December, January, all of that. And so we've been splitting it, and this work here of my daughter, she stacked all of this. So I split it, she stacked it, and she did amazing, and I'm really proud of her and thankful for all the help. So we've also got a whole bunch in the garage too, which I'm not going to take you in there, but we've got a whole whack that was, I mean, 2 cords is a lot. So we split all of that and stacked it as well. So it's ready to go. And we have already 2 cords in there and another 2 coming, and that should probably get us through the winter. I have a feeling that it's going to be good and cold this year, just based on the fact that we've already had the frost and stuff in the last few days. That surprises me. I don't remember it being cold like that in the mornings at this time last year, so we'll see. Last year we had snow and frost and everything by about the 2nd week of October, and it stayed. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if you know, if it starts to get cold. This morning it was 15 degrees in our house, and I've been tempted to put the wood stove on even just for a couple of hours, but honestly the sun, now that it's out, has really warmed up everything, and so we've got, you know, all the curtains open and all the sun coming in, and it is warming up the house good. So we probably won't today, but I'm trying to hold out as much as possible, not having to use up the wood. We do have baseboard heaters and whatnot as well for a secondary source of heat, but of course that costs a lot to run those. So we're just trying to hold out and use it when we absolutely need to. But for now, we're ready to go anytime that it gets really cold. So, hi, Hunty. Hi, Hunty, Hunty. Hello, buddy. You're looking for some pets and attention too, hey? Yes. Hi. All right, time to go in and tidy up and get some coffee, hey? All right, let's go. Well, we picked the rest of our cauliflower the other day and cleaned out the bed. And as you can see, our beautiful sunflowers are starting to come out. These are my absolute favorite flower. People like roses and all kinds of different things, but I love sunflowers. They're absolutely beautiful. Marigolds are still doing good. And we finally discovered what this thing is, this plant. Let me get a close up. Watermelon. It's a little late, and it's obviously not going to grow at all big enough, of course, for us to eat. As you can see, some of the leaves are starting to turn black here. We've been having frost. The last 2 nights, the balcony or the porch railing and whatnot's been frozen. So those unfortunately won't come out, but it was kind of cool to figure out what they were. More sunflowers. And we picked most of our dill the other day. We've been making some pickled carrots and pickled beets, and so we've been using the dill, and now I'm drying it. Potatoes. I'm going to take a look at those pretty soon and see how they're doing. The corn's doing good, but I'm not sure if it'll have a chance to get finished and actually grow some corn. We picked most of our carrots, at least half the other day, and we did the pickled carrots, and I'll be pickling the rest probably this week sometime. It'd be exciting if we did get some corn, but I'm not sure. We'll see how it does. And we did figure out what this is. And unfortunately, today I can see all of these leaves, just about, well, a good portion of the leaves have turned black. They've gotten frost on them. Hard to believe at this point in August. But as you can see, we've got spaghetti squash. And there's a whole bunch of them on here at various stages of growth and development. But that's the biggest one so far. And with these cold temperatures the last few nights, I'm not sure that they'll actually be able to finish growing. I am really looking forward to having a greenhouse so I can start stuff earlier inside and get it growing, just start it earlier and growing earlier, and then we would have time for everything to finish before the frosts come. But it seems really early this year. I'm thinking these are a couple more cauliflowers that we put in here. And again, I'm not sure if they'll have time, but everything seems to be wrapping up now for the garden. We pulled all the lettuce out. Most of it had bolted. We did get use out of a lot of it. This little guy's still hanging out. He's good. And I'm just going to leave him because we'll use him up this week. The rest of what's left in here, I have been picking a little bit each day and giving it to the goats. They're loving that. So we're just leaving that in the ground, and I'll pull out a few heads of it every day until it's gone, and they'll get some. Cabbage is doing phenomenally. Not so much the purple cabbage. I'm not sure. It's I don't think it's going to get a chance to develop a head on it, but we'll see. I think cabbage is a little bit more cold hardy, so it should be fine. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. But these guys here are beautiful, and actually we've got a nice big guy here. And these guys are good, and that guy's pretty big. It's nice, but we're going to be making some sauerkraut probably this afternoon. I've got So many little projects on the go right now. I've got to build, I'm going to be building a goat house because we're going to be moving the goats out of, there's still a few of the snap peas on there. So most of it's done and we've picked most of them, but we've got a few over there on that side and I'm just letting those finish out. And we've got some pole beans in here as well. And my tag says zucchini, but I'm not too sure with these flowers are beautiful. Whether we ever get any fruit off of it's another thing, but the flowers themselves are just beautiful. My daughter and I built these arches the other day. It's a little bit hard to see maybe. And so we've just put zip ties on them for now. I've got some wire. I've got to wire them. But next year when we have stuff that is climbing, we'll be able to we'll plant those on each side of the arch. So we've got another one down there as well. So unfortunately the top of this one, I'm not sure. I guess the metal at the yard, at the builder supply, it had bent a little bit. So I'm not sure that we can get it out. It's pretty stubborn stuff. A lot of people use cattle panels, but I was told that these are actually concrete mesh. And then the panels are all exactly the same size and they work really well. They're pretty good, but and they do tend to rust. Like they get a rust on the outside. It's not, I don't think that it will eat through and that kind of thing, but they do get like a bit of a rust on them. So yeah, but I don't mind it. It kind of gives it a bit of a rustic kind of look, and we'll see how they hold up. But I imagine they'll hold up pretty good for a number of years anyways. So that's pretty good. And yeah, I love spaghetti squash. I'm really excited about this, but that these are spaghetti squash, but you can see a lot of them are pretty small still. And again, with the leaves doing this because of the frost and the cold, I don't know that it's going to have time. There's another guy over there. I should probably pick him up and try and pull him out. I don't have my gloves on and they're a little bit spiny. I don't think it's good that he's laying on the ground, but I don't know if it matters. So it's beautiful. If it had more time and before this cold frost, whatnot's coming through, it's unfortunate because at least I'd like to get one out of it though. We'll see if this guy gets enough time to develop. And there's another guy in there too. So pretty cool. Kale's still doing really good actually. We're using it for smoothies and stuff, so I don't know that we'll get through all of it. I'm gonna see if there's somebody had mentioned that you can freeze it. So I do love kale and I'm not sure. We don't have a dehydrator. I suppose you could probably dehydrate it and use it in soups. And I don't know that I'll have enough time, although Amazon's super quick if you order from them. And this stuff's hanging out pretty good. And it's pretty cold hardy too, the kale. So I'm not too worried about it getting affected by the frost and the cold temperatures yet. But we may have time to get a dehydrator in so that we can dehydrate that and use it for later use. Throw it in smoothies or, although I don't know if it'd be good in a smoothie, but maybe in soups and stuff, that kind of thing. So I don't see any ears on the corn yet, but we'll keep an eye out. We'll see if we have time. Of course, the goats have been poking their head through here. This fence, it was the only thing I could really get at the time that was affordable and whatnot. I may replace it next year because of course it doesn't, in some spots it doesn't quite reach up and we have to have it go to the ground, otherwise we'll have things crawling underneath. So next year we may have to replace this with something that's just a bit taller and you know, because what they do is they stand on it, then they can push their way in and then they nibble on the leaves. But they're not interested in that for some reason, so that's just fine with me. We've got a few green onions to pull out still. And I have one giant spiny prickly thing that's got to come out of here, actually two. And then beautiful sunflower and another one coming out. I would like to pick these and dry them and then put them in a vase inside. So that's something I'm probably going to do over the next week or so once we've got a few other things out of the way. The rest of the pickling of the carrots and the making of the sauerkraut. But we're going to add, we have a bunch of tires in various spots around the property. There are a couple stacks of them, and we've used a lot of them for the goats, which have been great for toys, but I am going to put some up the row here. I don't know how far. Maybe we'll just put 3. And next year what I'm going to do, instead of like the marigolds are beautiful and they take up a lot of space in the garden that could have been used otherwise for some plants and whatnot, some vegetables and stuff. So the rosemary is beautiful, and oh my goodness, does it ever smell amazing. And I'll be getting ready to pull that out soon. I don't know how well it does with the cold temperatures. It seems to be doing fine right now, but we'll pull that out and dry that. But I'm gonna probably put at least 2 more tires, I think, here and fill them with dirt. We won't be putting any food things in them because of course I wouldn't want to eat something that's been grown out of a tire. I know people do that, but I'm concerned about whatever is leaching out of the rubber and stuff and into the soil. So we won't be using them for any food, but I would love to put lots of flowers in them, and then, you know, we can have the middle row with flowers and then keep the rest, like the beds, just for food things. We were talking about next year, but we'll see how that works. I was saying to my daughter that we may, because there's, you know, 5 beds here, 5 beds there, and what we may do, depending if we have enough, is and we can utilize some of the space. Like there's a lot of empty space here that hasn't been used, and we can, you know, put more things in. Same with this side over here. There's a lot of empty space that we could probably put maybe a small bed there and a small bed there, but maybe growing some of the stuff and taking it to our local farmers market. Like the kale, we got so much kale, we could have taken bunches of that. Carrots, we've got so many of those. And we have had something roaming around in the bushes for the last 2 days. I don't know what it is. But the dogs have been very interested. You can hear it snapping around. I don't know if it's probably just a deer. But it's really been getting their attention. They've been outside at night barking like crazy. And it just reminds me that I think it's getting time to put up some electric fencing around our goat pen and chicken and duck area. So I'm not sure what it is, but just hopefully it's not a grizzly bear. So anyways, yeah, the farmer's market, we had so much lettuce. We did really well with the green cabbages. So, I mean, if we extended that, we, you know, unless we're preserving all of it, it's a lot of cabbage for people to eat, for just the 2 of us especially. So that's a thing. We had so many snap peas. We've got those in a container in the fridge, and we've been working our way through those. But we had a lot of stuff, and I think that just even one weekend having a table at the farmer's market, we'd probably do quite well with some lettuce and some cabbage, kale, carrots, dill. Oh my goodness, we had so much dill, and probably some snap peas, and even spinach. We had tons of spinach that I just pulled out the rest of it the other day, and beets. I mean, although I really like beets, I'm kind of not wanting to share my beets with anybody, but yeah, we did so good with a lot of things in here that I think we could probably take those and do pretty good, at least 1 or maybe even 2 weekends at the farmers market. So I'm sad to see that these watermelon won't develop, but it was really cool to watch. They're sugar babies, and it is what I had on the tag, but it really didn't look like that's what was going to grow. But again, with me not knowing, this poor guy is getting a brown color on him. They're not obviously cold hardy at all, and they probably won't make it, which is unfortunate, but it's something we'll work on for next year. So anyways, thanks for joining me this morning, and if you've enjoyed watching our video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.